put anonymous questions in and she'd read them out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Word for word.
I've actually started the show because this is interesting.
Sorry.
Go on. Yeah.
And then she would answer the questions?
Yeah.
Or would another student answer?
No, she would answer the questions.
And then some of the examples of questions that people asked were,
Oh.
you started this.
Well, I don't... You're fine if I swear, right?
I'm fine.
You might have heard it a time or two.
Okay, well...
I have an 18-year-old, so there are certain words that I've heard.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the worst ones was how to make they moan during a fuck session.
And they stands for...
They, I don't know what...
Before all else.
Oh.
It means your honey or your...
I didn't know it stood for
something. It actually does stand for before anyone else or before all else.
Oh,
B-A-E.
Well, I've never heard that.
So,
well,
she at least knew that. She knew who Bay was.
Yeah.
But, yes.
Bay being an acronym before, like, the one who comes
first
before,
yes.
the one first in my life.
You're Bay.
Your boy or girl or
No, it's good. I get it.
Yes.
Uni.
Sure. But I think that's a valid question. How do you make someone moan during a session? So, if you're just now joining us...
Wait, you're filming that?
I said, I said as of right now, I started filming because this is important. I don't think hold on.
I'm sorry, I thought you said you weren't going to start filming because you wanted to hear this conversation. You don't want to stop it.
No.
Okay.
That's why I thought you asked me if I'd ever heard a four-letter word before.
No.
So we...
no, not that you've ever heard a four-letter word before. But you have to be careful of swearing in front of your grandparents.
Absolutely. Welcome.
I never did.
You were never careful, or you never...
I never swore in front of my parents.
Yes. We are here on Loom World Today. This is the in-between season promo special to talk about a couple of things. We ended the season with the part 1 of the Stuffing the Elephant special. We've been working on this for Beatrice for
it's wonderful.
Some years now. It needs legs. And
it needs legs. It's an elephant.
Yes.
But it needs legs.
So happy
it was supposed to be a birthday present.
Or postgraduate work.
No. Don't give us too much leeway. But yes, we're thinking now at this point that it might make a nice dorm warming present for her. We hope to get that finished by the fall. The other present that we've been working on for a while now, this is a sweater. It's supposed to be a sweater for you.
Oh,
what I think is funny is the sweater that you are wearing, is also a blue gradient. I think we did pretty well as far as picking colors.
But this is now my favorite sweater.
Which you bought at Old Navy.
Well, it was an impulse weather-related purchase.
The limited selection in Seattle.
This was the selection. I selected it, and I'm enjoying it. This is my second full day wearing it, and it was affordable.
Yes.
Am I allowed to say?
You go for it. Yes.
$10.43.
I honestly feel like Old Navy sweaters is now your new unit of measurement.
Absolutely.
Like if someone, 1.2 million. That's 120,000 Old Navy sweaters.
Exactly.
I better really think about that.
It's a good unit of measurement.
So in any event,
it's my color.
Maybe we'll get this done by Christmas. But we've got one sleeve so far.
I hope to actually be present for a number of Christmases.
Yeah, so we have time for that too.
It doesn't have to be this Christmas.
And we had actually, I think this one I guess I'm making for myself now. We started with an all-black one. This was also going to be for you. We didn't quite make it as far, and then there's a sleeve on that. So you can take your pick, but we're This is what we do. We get halfway into a project, and then life takes over. But so those are the projects.
As they say, finishing is made fun, right?
Those are the projects we're working on. You're in town just for a couple of days.
Yeah.
We went to a protest yesterday. I think we should talk a little bit about
that. I think this is one of the highlights of my visit. I didn't expect that to be as many people and as such a strong turnout at SeaTac.
It turned out there were protests in all 50 states yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And some of them quite large. We did well in Portland. White nationalists sort of clashed with anti-fascists. Some people were arrested, but mostly around the nation, I think it was peaceful. There were some powerful speakers. We did kind of feel we would have. I mean, I think it's important to be there at the detention center to let the people there being detained know we're here for them to hear our voices. At the same time, it's hard to do a 3 or 4 hour rally just sort of standing in one place.
Yeah, it's much easier to do a march.
A march, yes. There was a march in West Seattle. I'm not sure where they marched to. I think to downtown or to one of the government offices.
From West Seattle to downtown.
Yeah, across the bridge and maybe shut down some traffic. I don't know how that went. I just know that was something that was being planned.
I saw your senator was being interviewed on MSNBC this morning as being one of the most, she in fact
was arrested. Pramila Jayapal was arrested on the Senate floor with about 575 people. They weren't booked. They just sort of they give you a citation and leave because 600 people they can't. And some of them are senators and other people. They're not going to take them all to jail. They just sort of book and release them. But she has that's on her record now, and which she's fine with because she stood up for what she believed in. We voted her in, and she is progressive, and she's walking the walk, not just talking the talk. And we're behind her. We're definitely behind her. Also happening yesterday, what we were originally going to do was the Greenwood Car Show. We've been to car shows. Yeah. You were talking about your friend and their lust for automobiles. I think one of the things we talked about in the show is design, and we love classic cars. Yes,
cars are good.
Yeah, cars are good. We dress, but that's not a indication of. I mean, I like classic styling. The Prius is the most utilitarian car. It's designed entirely for its aerodynamics, not its look. But I kind of like that about it. But
that car is only a few months older than I.
That's true. You're both 2004. Both hanging in pretty well.
By the way,
okay, the car's old for cars. I'm not old for people. Like hanging in pretty well.
You have a cousin or second cousin once removed who is going to be 14 today.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Blaze.
Yes,
in Cornwall.
Okay, let's wish Blaze a happy birthday.
Happy
in Cornwall,
birthday,
yeah.
In Cornwall, yeah.
Cool.
Our friend just turned 14. He's really great. So he's considerably younger than us.
Right. Yes.
Because I turned 14 in February.
Yes.
Right.
And you're still young-ish. No, your February birthday puts you sort of just in the middle.
You're in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of young for some people. Lots of people have it in like November, December.
Yeah.
So I'm like just slightly younger than those people.
But
like it's not that big.
But so you had your promotion from 8th grade. Your cousin graduated from high school. Your aunt graduated from high school. We've had a lot of movement.
Yeah, transition. Life changes.
Excited about that.
Yeah.
Progress.
And the other thing that we did was Pride. We've been doing sort of all month long. These are the projects that we made last year.
Yes.
Our Pride hats. Do you want to wear the scarf?
Yes.
That was our hipster Pride skinny scarf that I made for last year.
Yes.
I wanted to make. I wanted to make. Is there anything of this stuff that you want to show off while we're...
Peters, did you make your hat?
Yeah, I did.
Didn't you make that one?
Maybe I did.
Yes.
Whoa, I stood up too.
I have to show... okay?
Yeah.
Yes. I have to show off my fanny pack. We searched all of the Capitol Hill fanny pack because we saw people wearing them. I was like, ooh, where'd you get the State Farm
Pride fanny pack?
I mean, we have quite a bit of corporate sponsorship. We have... I now have to grab the Facebook stickers, the Uber. Yeah. In fact, the first indication I ever saw that Pride was a thing, and excuse me.
Sorry.
A big no. You go take a look at what you want to grab. Was a big thing. When I was living in San Francisco, I was walking around and I saw a gay bar where they normally have the sort of billboards outside advertising various brands. Had Budweiser. It had the Pride. It had a bottle of Budweiser, the Pride flag in the background, and it said Budweiser, the Queen of Beers. And I honestly, I took a picture of it. I thought it was I thought someone had modified. And then I found out this was an official Budweiser campaign.
And how long ago was that?
This was '99. This is
Pretty
already,
good.
So yes,
Yeah.
I mean they already knew who their target. At the same time, you have to keep in mind. I wonder if Budweiser is doing that now. This was pre-social media, where they could target to gays over here and not worry about offending
their macho.
Their NASCAR driving, sponsor.
Yeah, well,
they could keep that
they would
separate.
Say, I'm not going to drink that beer.
Right.
So that's very interesting.
Nonetheless, many major companies still, of course, make the choice. There's Mobilize for Equality, T-Mobile.
Like I was at
Facebook.
I was at a gas station food thing. What are they called?
Gas station food things? Convenience stores?
Thank you. I was at a convenience store, and
not that any of these are great companies. These are just examples. We're not endorsing any companies. I think the official fake sponsor for this episode is Old Navy. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Gas
it's always
station.
Old Navy. All I wear... Okay, this is technically Vans, but these shorts are Old Navy.
Yes, you are actually the Old Navy poster boy. Go on. Convenience store.
Convenience store. I saw a thing. It was like wings for everyone, and it was, of course, it was Red Bull.
Oh yes.
I don't support Red Bull because I once was friends with a kid who got addicted to Red Bull, and that wasn't good.
It's not healthy. I
watched him drink 3 in the span of an hour.
Caffeine?
It's caffeine and other stuff, but it's a high concentration of caffeine, and people tend to drink that. Well, the main thing when they first came out was combining it with vodka Red Bulls, and yes, it makes your heart race, but you're also consuming alcohol. It's like the people actually die from that combination. When I worked at a corporate restaurant, they sold Red Bull, but in the bar, the button was great. You couldn't order Red Bull to the bar because they didn't want you combining it with
It was potentially fake.
And they knew that back then. But I'm amazed that it's illegal to sell vodka Red Bull.
Yeah, I'm just unwrapping it and rewrapping it to part of it outside.
Sure. Go ahead.
Can I show?
Talk about anything you want.
I don't know where I got this, but Jolly Rancher. I liked these. These were actually good. They don't taste like, it says refreshers. They don't taste like actual strawberry lemonade, but they're good. It's powder. It's Starbucks. You put it in water.
They were throwing this in the crowd. They were at the parade. They throw a lot of this stuff just at you. We got frisbees.
I feel like the companies that are always at the parades know how to throw things, like Starbucks, and then like things that are kind of newer, just like
randomly, like yes, I got pelted with a State Farm frisbee.
Oh yeah.
But like Starbucks, they have they must, like, those employees must sign up year after year. They have their arm to they can like target individual people. And,
they know what's up.
Should we also? Oh, go ahead.
I wondered, do you think there's a correlation between the skill with which treats are thrown and the degree of sincere commitment that a company has to Pride? In other words, the people who are just talking the talk because their corporate responsibility department has told them they should. Flinging the stuff at you.
I almost feel it's an inverse. Like, I almost feel like Starbucks, just because they have so much money, they have so much money.
They're just doing it better.
Yeah, they just do it better. But you see, like, some local lawyer who's gotten a couple like rainbow balloons on his just regular car, and he's there because he means it. He's not there because he needs to score points with the community.
I see. So it's the opposite.
It feels to me, but that's just I always vote for the little guy.
Less practiced ones are more authentically sincere.
Maybe I don't.
Yeah. But no, Starbucks just
yes.
They made a thing where I can talk. The employees who are trans, they'll pay for their
transition surgeries.
Surgery,
They're gender affirmation and reaffirmation surgeries.
Which is awesome. And literally, so you sent me that article.
Yes.
So literally, like the next day, like everybody on my Instagram were like, "We're all gonna work at Starbucks."
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, living here in the Northwest, I joked with your mom that was probably going to be your anyway. But I mean, no, but no, that's major and significant. Their health plan has always covered some aspects of it, but they're now covering the aspects of gender affirmation surgery that are considered cosmetic from health insurance standards. They're going above and beyond to cover their own employees, which is a big deal, and they're doing nationally for a big company like that. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Good for them. And
So I'll work at Starbucks and get all surgeries, and then I'll leave. No.
well, I think you. I don't know how they're going to structure it. They may structure it in a way where you can do that. Your birth was it was not our plan to move to Oregon, which provides all women who live in Oregon with free prenatal health care, and then move after you were born and only live there long enough to take advantage of that. But that's what ended up happening. I mean, if at some point 10 years from now they're compiling statistics for that program to determine whether or not it worked, we're going to be one of the numbers that shows, people just move there, take advantage, and move out of state. They don't return to the state. Unfortunately, but it wasn't our plan. At my job, they paid for my education to become a trained teacher, but I had to sign a thing that said I would stay for at least 3 years. So oftentimes you make a commitment in return, which I think is perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, that's fair. Yes, like in the Army.
They give you,
they pay for your part of your higher education, and you have to make a commitment to certain, or what is it, ROTC?
Yes. Yeah. And then the other thing that we sort of talk about on the show a lot, we don't talk about Sonic. So we're going to close out this show pretty quickly, and then we're going to take a few-minute break while I set up the cameras, and we'll do Sonic Roadkill over there, also briefly, just like this. One thing we tend to do on this show more than others is talk about our hair and our fashion and whatnot. Do you want to talk about your hair? Anything new or exciting?
I want to dye it black because it's turning green again.
Yes.
I gave myself a haircut, but
yes,
I did.
You've given yourself two since your last professional haircut. One in the front and one in the back. Yes.
Yeah. Actually, that was all one haircut.
Well, one was at mom's house and one was here. How was that all one haircut?
Oh wait, it was? Okay,
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe you weren't done yet.
I think I did both times.
I see. Oh, I see. Okay.
So
I thought you. Okay. So you trimmed it, and then you trimmed it a little bit more to finish it up or touch it up or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of being a disaster today, but
I like
normally it's good.
Yeah, it's got the volume that when you first cut it, you didn't like the absence of volume. It seemed to like, but now it's gotten your.
Yeah, it's too
you're Bob Dylan.
tall on top right now.
I like it. I'm still figuring out what I'm doing. I'm not sure if I'm still going to keep doing the asymmetrical thing.
Yeah.
But then I wanted to talk to you about beards. You gave me this book.
Yes.
You
my
are
Reginald Reynolds, who was a family friend when I was growing up. He was a Quaker, well-known Quaker, a writer, and he was a very close friend of Mahatma Gandhi. And in fact,
I didn't know
I did not know until very recently, I think probably courtesy of Wikipedia, when Gandhi and the British government were basically at great odds because of the India was seceding. Reginald Reynolds acted as a kind of a backdoor communicator between Gandhi and some officials who maintained the communication. Anyway, I made a commitment to your aunt, my daughter, your sister Beatrice, who wanted me to be scruffy for her graduation, which was on May the 29th. So I stopped shaving in April, and I recently made an investment in a Philips electric.
I saw, with the rotating dial,
which you can. I'm a 2mm man. That doesn't sound too drastic, and so I'm maintaining a beard-ish look.
Yes.
At 2mm.
Yes.
the bets are on how long this will be sustained. I don't think my boss is entirely happy with it. The younger people I work with seem to be totally okay with it.
Has a beard.
I haven't had any clients complain, and Victoria and Beatrice both are 100% on board.
Absolutely.
Now, but I would like to mention, I recently had my hair cut by Raphael.
Yes.
Who is from Israel, and he works at a barber shop that I have now started going to after 40 years of
Lexington.
I've gone back to Paul Mullet on Lexington Avenue, and happened to be there by chance when a New York Times reporter was doing a story. An elderly lady who was doing a story about neighborhood hangouts.
Yeah.
She interviewed me. This appeared in the neighborhood section of the New York Times, which I do not read. I did not think anybody read. I had immediately an email from somebody in Illinois making jokes about why I my haircut because I don't have any, and various other gentlemen my age who I don't know that well, but who obviously spend day and night reading every sentence. Have made a number of jokes at various board meetings that I've gone to about how much do you pay for that and how long does it take. So, but I have to say, long story short, I do like to keep my hair as short as possible, which means twice weekly visits to Paul Mullet. However, Paul Mullet, even today, is half the price of the unisex barber I used to go to in a salon which catered mostly to women. I have to say this is a more or less, well, it is not. It cannot be an all-male establishment, but I am paying old-fashioned rates for old-fashioned haircuts. Absolutely. And I hope I'm going to stick with the beard.
Yes, absolutely. So I've actually been taking minoxidil, Rogaine, on my face because for about 2 months now, because I've never been able to grow a beard, and it's funny. This is my thing too. That I'm just
You're going scruffy.
I'm going scruffy, but I think they say it takes about 4 months before it starts working. So my goal is by the fall. I'll take that August to throw it in when I take a little bit of time off.
Are you going full ZZ Top?
Well, no. I doubt it. I doubt I can ever. But but maybe a 2 millimeter. Just like I think just a little bit of scruff is so. That's that's interesting. I hope I don't embarrass my sister, but of course as a big brother, it's my prerogative, and also I don't think she watches this show. She used to call your facial hair pickles.
Oh, she reminded me of that.
Yeah, okay, she does remember this, and she does.
Prickles.
Yes,
she couldn't say pickles. She said, "I like your pickles."
Yes, yeah. So
absolutely.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So that's we'll end on that note. We'll end on that note. These are coming up next season. We will be a double. I know. The double hook. We're your face says it all. We're suspicious, but we will give it a shot.
The double hook.
Yeah. We'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Does for small and large gauge looms, does this make it faster or just make it complicated and hard? How quickly will I break one of these things? And we will try turn the label. The sparkling ice mystery flavor on our review program. Should we also give a plug to Tea Time, which is the new show you're producing that features short debate segments that I'm excited for, where we sort of take pro and con on various things.
Yes.
Coming up next, Sonic Roadkill Live will be, I'm like over there, but on our other set.
Yeah.
It'll take about 10 minutes. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.